Good morning, everybody. It is 6:15 a.m. on a very dark 8th of November, and I'm on my way for a pretty long. I'm on the way for a pretty long day of driving. There's no better way to say this, but I'm going to be on the road for pretty much the entire day. So the plan today is to drive to IKEA in Dublin, pick up some goods, then drive to the Enniskillen Hotel in the centre of Dublin along the quays near Euston Station, hopefully find a parking spot with a charger, attend a trade union meeting. When that is over, I'm going to drive to Enniskillen in County Fermanagh in Northern Ireland, where I'm going to be picking up my glasses, which you saw me order in the last episode. And after that, I'm going to drive home. So that is pretty much a giant diamond-shaped bit around Ireland. A grand total distance, I would think. I don't have an exact figure, but I would say close to 750, 800 kilometers. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty long day. So, let me start by explaining why I'm doing it. Main reason is time. I'm hopefully going to be a father in about 2 months' time, and time is getting short. My job in the hospital basically means I work on sociable hours, and I work long hours, and I work all sorts of things, so time to do things is limited. So my idea today for this crazy drive was that I was going to combine as much as possible in one day. If I'm already in Dublin, I may as well do an IKEA trip, because we were planning on doing an IKEA trip. And whilst I'm up in Dublin, I'm halfway up to Enniskillen. I may as well go to Enniskillen and actually grab my glasses. Otherwise, I'd have to sacrifice a Saturday to do that, and by the time I'm back up and down, it's another 12-13 hour day, and I won't be good for much after that. So that is the idea of doing this incredibly long day. Yes, it's probably a bit too long, but we'll get through it. So, first stopwise, is Cashel. Second stop for today is approximately 100 kilometers further on, which is the new charger in Junction 14 along the M7. It has been placed with a triple standard fast charger of the standard FSEC brand name, and then IKEA, then the Enniskillen Hotel. Now the Enniskillen Hotel is in the centre of Dublin. I've used it before. I'm not sure whether I videoed it or not, but it basically ends up there's two potentials for me to park nearby, which is actually at Euston Station itself, which has a charger, but it tends to be in use by commuters and things, which is fine, that's what they're meant for. And then you have one of the streets just a little bit further up the road from the hotel, where there is a normal standard paid parking spot where I can park if it isn't iced or in use. So there are my two options. The idea is that I will be able to leave Dublin with a full charge, go straight to Navan, a place where I've never been before, to use their charger there, then straight on to Enniskillen, maybe with a small little stop somewhere half away, because Navan to Enniskillen is about 120 kilometers, and I think I will probably require a bit of a charge along the way, but there's a few charge options along the way. From Enniskillen, it's the usual drive down, a stop in Longford. The chargers in Athlone and Nina still aren't working, so I'm going to have to go via Rosscray, which is about probably a 15-16 kilometer detour, so it's not too bad. From there we're going to go on to Ballysimon Road in Limerick, and then finally home. So that is the story, people, and I will see you in Cashel when we hopefully will have a little bit of daylight. There is no point in me doing my usual time lapse because at the moment all I'm seeing are two headlights because it is pitch black. See you in Cashel. So here we are, 7:02 a.m. in Cashel. I was going to say it's a little bit brighter, but it actually isn't. It's going to take another 15-20 minutes, I'd say, before it actually is a bit brighter. So, no problem on the first stop, which is great. I am going to bathroom, probably McDonald's coffee. And my next stop is Junction 14, which is about 100 kilometers away. Just stop. Okay, so charging station and in a city, and I am going to say it is Evan, that one. Yeah, whatever. Right, so junction 14. Now notice that it doesn't actually count the charger that's currently there. It's probably going to say there's not a compatible plug, but I want to go there anyway, and it's going to yell at me to say, is there tolls? Yes, and I would like to take the tolls, and I don't have enough battery, but I'm going to say no to that. So 103 kilometers to go. I am going to need about 80%, so I'm going to probably let it go to 85-90 and be on my way. At the moment I should be there around 8 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect, but I say it'll probably be more like 8:30. 81%. Let's see how long we've been here. As you remember, Renault advertised this car as being 80% in 20 minutes, and we have been here 23. Damn you, Renault. No, that's absolutely perfect. I've just had my coffee, and as you can tell, daylight is approaching, so I think 82%. I might leave it go up to probably around 85-90, and we'll get on our way. Next stop, Junction 14. Okay, as some people may recognize, this is not Junction 14. So, long story short, I didn't have the actual range. Well, sorry, I probably did have the range, but I would have gotten into a low battery warning, and it was just getting a little bit too tight. So I decided, you know what, let's just go into Portlaoise Midway. As I got there, there was one grey leaf charging, and I happened to bump into a fellow Irish EV Owners Association committee member. So we ended up spending about 20, I think it was nearly 30 minutes talking. The charger in Portlaoise is very, very busy. So we had one leaf charging. When I came out, there was a second leaf waiting, and according to the owner, at some stage there was a queue of 5 cars. 5. Anyway, all leaves. I would have been able to make use of the AC, which is generally one of the good things about my car. So, 100 kilometers on the clock, and I think it is about 60-70 to Dublin. So I will probably end up doing another sort of semi-short top-up in Junction 14, or maybe Naas, or maybe I'll just go straight to... Yeah, I'll just try and go straight to IKEA, and we'll see how far we get. So a few minutes after 10 o'clock, and I am in IKEA in Dublin. Time to go do some shopping. You know, the thing is, I actually hate IKEA, but it's actually nice to be here with just myself, not my wife, not anyone else, so I can actually get stuff done. Now, where is the stuff? Is the next question. This place is huge. Okay, I think these are the ones. And just checking the numbers. Here you go, that's it. So 2 of them. See, this is no problem at all when you're on your own. So 20 minutes later, and I am on my way to the checkout. That's pretty good going for, you know, IKEA. So, 10:42 and I'm done. about 30 minutes in IKEA. Anyway, time to pick my charger near the hotel where my meeting is and see which one is free, which one I should try and navigate to. So, according to the eCars app, the charger near the hotel is occupied, and the charger at Euston Station is free, which is why I'm heading there. From there, it's only a 5-minute walk to the hotel. I'm going to be 5 minutes late, but that's fine. That will save me a little bit of time this afternoon, because I don't have to spend probably about an hour driving to IKEA, etc, etc, and I can just keep from the meeting, hopefully with a completely fully charged car. I can drive on to my next meeting in Enniskillen. Time to go to my meeting. I'm running a little late. Right. That range is never ever going to actually work out. But anyway, so it was a long meeting, but it was a good meeting, and I'm now going to go on my way to Enniskillen, charging at Navan, and we'll see where we go from there. Right, Navan, beautiful sky out there, wonderful sunset. I need a coffee. Now, from here on in, there's no fast chargers whatsoever. This is the last one, which is the reason why I'm charging up here. It is approximately 120 kilometers to Enniskillen, and I actually don't think I would have enough battery power to get there in one piece. Now, I do know there's several chargers beforehand, so I'll probably pick up one of those. But I'll give it about 20-30 minutes here, grab something to drink, relax, and we'll continue. So 19 minutes later, we're at about 90%, good to go. Just noticing the actual, oh there you go, I think half the LED isn't working. See the half of that? Anyway, time to go. Okay, so I am just outside of Cavan's town centre. I'm just charging up, I'd say probably about an extra 10% or so. So that should be about a 5-minute stop whilst I try and figure out how far it still is to Enniskillen. As you saw, it was 6 minutes past 6, or 5 minutes past 6, whatever. And I should be in Enniskillen a little after 7, which is good because the opticians closes at 8. So I've just put in the route to a charge point near the Asda where I'm going, and as you can see it's nearly enough. Now it's 50 kilometers, so I'm going to charge to 50%, and that should get me there comfortably. By the way, have a look at the weird placing over here. I hope you can see me. There is your green spot. There's one spot painted. There's two plugs here, and this is where it ends. How the hell are you supposed to actually charge your car and not be illegally parked? So after about 10 minutes, 51%, time to go. We made it 10 past 7. I'm not entirely sure how much I've got in the tank, but let's plug in and find out. Yeah, I would have made it without stopping, but I would have had a low battery warning. Yeah, so I'm glad I did a 10-minute stop. Anyways, on to Asda to get my glasses and find some food. Nearby restaurant, just got my stuff done. Let's have some food. It's the other reason I picked this restaurant. The food was on the table in a matter of minutes. Right, time to go. This is going to be a long, long night. Okay, this is not good. I think my 12-volt definitely needs replacing. Okay, so in Longford, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend about 5 or 10 minutes inside. I'm going to lock the car, I'm going to see if that error clears. If that error clears after the car has sort of gone to sleep, so I'm going to delay my charge by about 10 minutes. But I made it to Longford anyway, so hopefully I'll be able to charge here in about 10 minutes. Now it's been a bit more than 10 minutes. Right, let's see now. How far are we? 21%. See, it's been a bit more than 10 minutes. Now, more importantly, is the error gone. That is that little light. And it's gone. Cycle through. Carry out service. It's the own light. Excellent. Time to plug in. Time to plug in and charge. Right, I hope you can hear me over the noise of the fans. I'm sitting here and I've got the pre-soak on, so it's preheating the cabin. Nice and toasty in here. Anyway, just wanted to mention that I have a feeling that the disconnect in Enniskillen did something to upset the actual car. The shutting it down for about 10 minutes seems to have solved it for now anyway. One of the other symptoms was that there was no heating, and the speed limiter and cruise control also weren't working, so I had a little bit of a handicap in the last 100 and something, or about 104, 105 kilometers. And on that note, I think we still have about 250 kilometers to go, thereabouts, so we should end up just under 800 kilometers for this journey. Pretty good, eh? Free mug. So I brought some water this morning. Now I poured this out probably I think it was roughly sort of 6 o'clock maybe. So it is now 10 to 11 at night, so it's been, I don't know, 15 hours if not more. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not this is still warm. Not really, but it'll be good enough for a lukewarm cup of tea. Not exactly iced tea, but it's not exactly, you know, warm either. Charging progress, we are at 87%, and I will probably leave it go until about 1995 before we get going, because it is another probably about 100k to Roscrea. So I'll leave this stew for a bit. So the good thing about this cup is that it actually, don't mind the mess please, fits in the cup. Aha! 33 minutes, it doesn't show you the kilowatt hours somehow, but it's time to go. I'm at 92%, but look at this. I have never ever seen that at any charger. Yeah, it was a little bit low, but we got there. Now, the good news is McDonald's is open until 1 AM, so I'm gonna go grab myself a coffee. No coffee, already cleaned up. Guess I better make use of the bathroom before they close that too. And about 30 minutes later, we're at 78%, 79. That should do me. I'm just going out to Limerick, and from there I'll charge up enough to get home. So, off we go. .50 a.m. Oh, getting cold. 5 degrees here. It was 3 degrees and 3 degrees and foggy in Roscrea, but it's clear over here. So this is the last charge before I am home, and I cannot wait to be home and go to bed. Now, it's about 70k to home. If I can get it to probably about 70%, I should be good to go, but I will let the sat-nav decide whether or not I can reach it. That should be enough to get home. So here we are, home. Those are the totals of the trip for today. Not too shabby. 773 kilometers done. Average consumption is pretty okay, considering that speed was pretty high. It's mostly been 100km/h roads, so yeah, that's pretty good. Now, most importantly, I am home. It is now... God. I left the house this morning at 6:10. So that was basically... What is it? It's 21 hours? 21 hours, a 21 hour long day. But I got a lot of stuff done, and it means I have my Saturday off rather than having to drive up and down to Enniskillen. Anyway, I'm going to leave it for this episode. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and we will see you next time. Maybe actually do the service. That might actually be a good episode. See you around, guys. Now it's a lovely Sunday morning. I'm at a supermarket just down the road from my house, and look at this. A brand new 22 kilowatt charger, free to use and not ESB. It's by a company called easygo.ie. 22 kilo, I don't think you can, there you go. 22 kilowatt. Absolutely lovely. It's great to see things like this being installed. And I think I'll go inside now and do some shopping to, support the business.